I've always had a passion for being around and learning about animals. When I was younger, going to zoos and animal parks was always a part of my life. I wanted to share my passion with family and friends, so I started working with people that loved animals as much as I did, and my YouTube channel was born.
Welcome back to my animal education series. Today I'm here with Ramona at the Nature Institute. Hello.
Hi!
What do we have here beside us?
So we have Cypress Pond, or Cypress Swamp. We have a lot of different names for it. And it is a kind of restored wetland area. So you can see behind us we have the dam. So it is a man-made lake, but we did it to reclaim some of the runoff and different things that come through this area. You can see we're kind of in a bowl, so it helps a lot with that.
And why is this kind of project important?
So for the land, it's important because we're able to catch any of the drainage that's coming off of the prairies or off of the roadways, different things like that. And of course filter that water through the lower end of the lake here. It filters all of the nasty stuff out of it before it gets into the water, and of course before it gets into the groundwater. So that's why it's important kind of just physically, but here we love it because we get so much wildlife. So we get birds, we have fish, we have turtles, snakes, I mean, you name it, we just about have it.
And how would this benefit those animals?
I mean, it's just another place that they can live, another piece of habitat. So with everything that we have here at the Nature Institute, we have about 450 acres. We have forest, we have prairie, and then we have some wetland habitats. This is the biggest body of water that we have. So we're actually able to sustain those fish. So because we have fish, we're able to get, great blue herons and eagles and different things like that coming into the area so that we can actually see them.
And now that we're over here, what can you tell us about these trees?
Sure, so this is a bald cypress tree, and bald cypresses, they're unique because they really don't grow here. They're more of a southern Illinois species, a southern United States species. It is in the juniper family, and we can look up at this branch and see the cones themselves. They're totally different than any other kind of pine cone that you might see. So that tells us it is juniper family. And bald cypresses, they actually lose their leaves in the fall. So most evergreens, they stay green all year round, but bald cypress, they're completely different and they lose all of their leaves. So they just kind of look like sticks in the water. The other unique thing is, of course, they grow in the water. You might have noticed when we were back there, they're in the middle of the pond. And then we get these really funky protrusions out of the ground. We call these bald cypress knees, just like we have knees. And scientists don't really know what they're for. They don't know if they're for getting oxygen. They don't know if they're for stability. They're still kind of doing all of the testing and research into that to see what these are actually used for by the tree.
And you have some up here that are just mowed over.
Yeah, absolutely. They're
kind of goes in the way of the walking path.
Yep, exactly. They're pretty soft, so they get kind of eroded down fairly easily. But the ones here at our feet, they're pretty tall. You can tell exactly what they are. They're awful for tripping over, though.
And what other plants can you find here?
Sure. So back behind us, earlier we were looking at some cattails. Cattails are a great wetland species. Did you know you can actually eat the roots of the cattail? So that's a fun one. We also have lots of algae in the water, which is kind of cool. Fish eat it. Along the edges in a lake are where you're going to find a lot of your vegetation. So we have lots of grass. We have some smartweed. All sorts of other things. I probably couldn't tell you what all the plants are, but all of the plants are really important for our bird species that are coming in. So like geese, they pretty much just eat grass and other plants, ducks as well. And then our frogs, we have tons of bullfrog tadpoles in this lake, and they're eating a lot of that algae and different things.
And even right here when we were walking over here, there's tons of bullfrogs just hiding in the grass there.
Absolutely.
And
they jump in all the time. They do. They're like this big. They're huge.
And how long have you been doing this project?
So I'm not positive, I think this was restored in the early 2000s. And then education-wise, we come out, we bring kids out here, and we do some catch and release fishing. So kids get to learn how to fish with a cane pole. We come out and collect tadpoles a lot, because in the fall that's pretty much all we can find, and the tadpoles are like that big. They're awesome. Kids love them. So pull out frogs, pull out tadpoles, come down here and talk about water quality, different things like that.
It must be pretty good that you're teaching a bunch of kids like about nature and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
oh yeah, absolutely. That's what we do. That's why we're here. I'm the education director here at the Nature Institute, and our goal is to get kids out, give them an awareness of nature, and also help them to appreciate what they have around them. So.
Well, thank you so much for telling us all about this.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming out.
Absolutely. And if you enjoyed this week's episode, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up down below, subscribe to my channel, and also check out my Instagram @ColeShirk. As always, I'll see you next week.